Welcome to News Live, our live broadcast of current news in Nigeria and worldwide. I am Yemisi Raji reporting. In news at this hour, Army speaks as explosion rocks major barracks in Borno State overnight. The Nigerian Army has spoken on the multiple overnight explosions which rocked an armory at Giwa Barracks in Borno State, the Borno State capital, on Wednesday night. The reaction of the Nigerian Army came from the theater commander of Operation Hadin Kai, Major General Abdusalam Abubakar. The theater commander said that there is no cause for alarm as the situation has been put under control. General Abubakar, who spoke with newsmen on Thursday at Mailamari Cantonment, also in Borno State capital, Maiduguri, said, and I quote, "Heat currently prevailing in Borno and other regions of the country, which had a direct impact on the storage facility. Fortunately, the situation was swiftly brought under control through the collaborative efforts of military firefighters, the Federal Fire Service and the Borno State Fire Service Department, and various firefighting vehicles from security agencies. Civilians in the immediate vicinity were also relocated to prevent any harm to the public. Furthermore, the air component Operation Hadin Kai and the Nigerian Army Unmanned Aerial Vehicle Command conducted aerial surveillance over the incident scene and the surrounding areas of Maiduguri metropolis. This allowed them to determine the extent of the explosion and guide rescue efforts. Additionally, troops from Operation Hadin Kai were strategically deployed to prevent any potential misuse of the situation by criminals and to safeguard law-abiding citizens. Operation Hadin Kai remains a people-centric operation with the primary focus of protecting the lives and property of our dear citizens. It will be recalled that several persons died in a similar incident at the Ikeja military cantonment, now known as the General T.A. Lagbaja cantonment, several years back. In a fresh development in Edo State, the Edo State government has dethroned 3 traditional rulers. What was their offense? They allegedly violated the state's extant laws. This development was disclosed in a statement issued on Monday by the Secretary to the State Government, Umar Ikilo, in Benin. According to the statement by the State Government, Umar Unosa Umoru was removed as the Enoge of South Ibie in Esako West, while Alhaji Aliyu Kelvin Danesi was immediately reinstated to the position. Ikilo said that Umoru's removal followed the discovery that the Enoge stool was not there. The statement added that preparations were underway to commence the lawful selection process for a new Okpokpelagbe of Okpela and Okumagbe of Uwano Kingdom. Citizens of the affected areas were urged to remain peaceful as the government works to preserve order, unity, prosperity, and communal harmony statewide. And here is another interesting story in the polity. Despite the complaints by some stakeholders about the ballooning number of universities in the country, especially those privately owned, the federal government has licensed 11 private universities. The federal government has also presented operational licenses to the 11 newly approved private universities to expand access to quality tertiary education. The Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, at the presentation of the licenses to the new private universities in Abuja on Wednesday, said it was sequel to the approval by the National Universities Council, NUC. The News Agency of Nigeria reports that the newly licensed universities are New City University, Ayetoro, Ogun State, Lens University, Ilemona, Kwara State, and Kelvin Eze University, Ngbowo, Enugu State. Others are Southern Atlantic University, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, University of Fortune, Igbotako, Ondo State, Minaret University, Ikirun, Osun State, and Abdul Razak Abubakar Toyin University, Gomo, Kwara State. Also in the list are Monarch University, Iyesi Ota, Ogun State, Tony Iradia University of Communication, Bini, Edo State, Isaac Balami University of Aeronautic and Management, Lagos State, and Eranova University, Kuje, FCT. Alausa said that the approval was in line with the Nigerian education sector renewal initiative designed to restore the glory of Nigeria's educational system. This ceremony is not only a celebration of your achievements, but also a renewal call to action in building a future-ready and globally competitive Nigerian university system, he said. He highlighted the urgency of steering Nigeria's higher education towards priority fields such as STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and medical sciences. Alausa further said, Nigeria has more than enough social sciences graduates. What we need now are problem solvers, graduates with life skills who can drive industry, build infrastructure, and improve lives. We must acknowledge an uncomfortable truth that while we now have 159 licensed private universities, too many are failing to meet the quality standards Nigeria demands. Alausa added that the licensing must not be symbolic but must be impactful. To address this, he said the NUC is undertaking a comprehensive review of quality assurance mechanisms aimed at ensuring that all licensed institutions, whether public or private, serve as genuine centers of learning, innovation, and research. He also encouraged private universities to collaborate with one another and form international affiliations, noting the nation's next generation of leaders and innovators. The NUC Executive Secretary, Professor Abdullahi Ribadu, highlighted the growing importance of private universities as complementary partners to public institutions, particularly in catering to Nigeria's youthful population. Ribadu said since the liberalization of university education in 1999, private universities had significantly expanded the nation's academic landscape. He said at the presentation ceremony, from just 49 universities in 1999, 23 of which were private, Nigeria now boasts of 298 universities, with 159, that is 53.3%, being privately owned. The catalyst for this expansion is the increased participation of the private sector. The NUC Executive Secretary explained that the licenses awarded were provisional, valid for 3 years, during which institutions must meet strict quality benchmarks. The provisional status is subject to close monitoring by the NUC, with full licenses to be granted only after a thorough evaluation of each institution's compliance with regulatory standards. To ensure readiness for academic operations, the NUC boss announced that a mandatory resource verification exercise will be conducted for all academic programs. Speaking on behalf of the proprietor, Senator Jimoh Ibrahim, proprietor, University of Fortune, Igbotako, Ondo State, called on the NUC to remove barriers preventing Nigerian universities from collaborating more actively with global institutions. Ibrahim emphasized the urgency and significance of fostering international academic partnerships to drive innovation, skills development, and national growth. Also, Tony Iredia, proprietor, Tony Iredia University of Communication, Benin, an actor, brought the audience to both tears and laughter as he owned up about art, activism, outbreak, and why he carries Nigeria on his head even when it is not convenient. In a light-hearted moment that had the entire room in stitches, Falz joked that he's still single because I haven't found anyone that likes me. The laughter turned to silence when he added more seriously, it's incredibly